Hey, what's up, Trade Pros? Victor from Trade Pro Academy, and today we've got another video for you guys. We're going to be talking about my setup here on TradingView and how I like it. I'm going to explain exactly what I got and what I use, and we'll go from there. So before we get started with this video, I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that little bell to notify you when we do go live. And also notice that a lot of you guys watching aren't subscribers yet, so if you want to see more content like this that drops every week and also on a daily basis, hit that subscribe button. So we'll see you guys right after this intro. So in front of me on this screen, we have a TradingView chart. If you'll notice, we actually have 3 tabs at the top here. So what I'm using actually is the desktop app on TradingView, and you can easily download that just typing in desktop app on TradingView in Google in that search, and you can download that super quick. And you can take these tabs, move them around on your screen, and have those accessible for yourself. So you can easily flip through different stocks, different names, whatever it may be. So that's the number one thing. Number 2, I made this a dark theme. You can make it whatever theme color you want by right-clicking the screen. And you can choose whatever it is here, right? Dark, light, black, gray, anything like that. And other than that, in terms of the visual setting, that's all I do. You can make your chart different colors in terms of the candlesticks if you double-click, or if you right-click and hit settings. And you can change the colors of the bodies of the candles, the wicks, whatever it may be. I select pre-market and post-market price line. So when I drop down into an intraday chart, I can see the pre-market and post-market session. So I'll hit OK on that because everything else here looks good. Again, if you right-click and go settings, right, and you go to symbol, you'll see all of these settings here. Now there's other things that you could add and take away, whatever it may be, but I don't really touch anything else. Now, when it comes to what I've got on my charts, indicators and whatnot, I don't really use too many indicators. I more so just go through a few different tools. So what I have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. The pivot points, and then we'll look at that later. The EMA, just one EMA. I got volume, and I've got 1 cloud, 2 cloud, where I've actually gone through these in prior videos. So how do we get these things? Now, first, you'll go to the function key at the top here, indicators and strategies, and I'll just hit that. And what I'll search is just pivot point standard. And you can see I've started. All I'm doing is just double clicking and selecting this so it pops up on my screen. So if I undo that, and I can either double click the indicator, or I can right click the indicator, or I can go to the gear tool up here to identify the settings. Now I don't change anything here other than the pivot point. I'll just change it to a different color so I know which one's the pivot. And you can change the inputs to the type, right? Traditional, whatever it is. I just keep it as traditional. And you can use the pivot time frame as auto. So for example, on a daily chart, it'll show you the monthly pivot and so on, but I just keep it as auto. And then the number of pivot points back, you can increase this, decrease this, but I'll just keep it to 2 or 3. So typically what you'll see is that it comes with 15, and I just changed that. So on a daily chart, these are the monthly pivots. When I drop down to a 5-minute, these are the daily pivots. When I drop down to an hourly, you can see, I think these are, when do they start? I think these are weekly pivots, if I'm not mistaken, on the hourly. So you can change that in the settings of the pivots, but I'll just keep it as is and just let it do its automatic job. So you can see I've got a bunch of these different lines because I'll just day trade these. All these lines are here in this line tool, and naturally on the left-hand side, you have all these tools. Now the next thing that I have here is just one single EMA. This is the 20 EMA. You can find this in the function by just typing in exponential. So it's moving average exponential, and it's started. So I just grab that. Again, I'll double click it, make it whatever color you want. I'll change the length 20, offset 0, and then style, I just keep it blue, keep it a bit thicker. So this is great on a daily chart and intraday chart. I use it both ways. And again, don't really change too much in the settings. Now, other than that, we've got volume as well. So the volume here at the bottom, again, if you just type in volume in the function indicator settings, you'll find it. So if I double click volume, I want to make sure that the volume moving average is selected. You can change the color, make it whatever color you want, right? Make it more visible, less visible. I'll just keep it at some kind of purple here. And keep in mind with volume, it's not necessarily buying or selling volume. It's just based on the actual candle. So if it's a green candle, it's going to be green volume. I can make these all the same color. It's not going to be a difference because buying volume, selling volume are going to be equal. There's just going to be exchange of volume. So higher volume or lower volume exchanges. Then inputs, I'll use the moving average length as 60 and keep it at that. Now next is the EMA Cloud. So I've got two clouds here. One is a 512, the other is a 3450. So if I go into the function tab here and I just type in EMA Cloud, and you've seen this in other videos of mine. So if I type in EMA Cloud, you can see this is from Zamboni Man here. And we'll add those, and I'll just go into the settings and show you quickly how these are done. So the inputs in the short EMA will go 34, and then the long will go 50. Leading period for EMA Cloud 0, and that's all I change here. In the style, I'll take everything off except for MA Cloud and change the colors of 0 and 1. 0 is bullish, 1 is bearish. And then I'll do the same thing here for the 512, just keep it a different color so I know that there's a difference. Now, with the 512, again, same different settings. And if you want a different EMA Cloud, then you can just easily change the settings on it for yourself. So I'll just hit OK and then continue with that. Now, these are the only settings that I use. If I go to a 5-minute chart, it's going to be the same settings. I'll just use the chart and the settings of, and I'll use the indicators in a different way as we drop down into different time frames. So for example, I like to use these intraday pivots here with the EMA Cloud a certain way on the 5-minute, and I'll draw my levels. The only thing that I pretty much use here from the tools is going to be the rectangle, sometimes the ellipse, the arc, and then I'll use the trend line pretty much. I'll use the horizontal line and the horizontal ray, but other than that, nothing really else. I really like the price action. I don't really want to use other indicators, but if you go into TradingView, it's got a plethora of different indicators. I do use volume profile on occasion, especially the session volume. If I add the session volume here, it gives me the area at which there's going to be the biggest volume for that day. So for example, huge node here is a huge attractant area for that day, right? So if I map this out, for example, it'll be from here to here. So this is going to be a very big support area, and it's going to be a attractant for that day. You can see as price pulls into it, right? I don't use these too much, but they're great for support and resistance areas. I suggest you guys take a look at them. They match up with your levels if you draw your levels well as well. So again, not really many indicators really here. I don't have oscillators or anything like that. I just try to keep it simple and keep unstructured. So this was all I use on TradingView. This is my setup, how I like to set it up. And I just keep the same thing consistent for all of my charts, right? Even if I flip through these tabs, you can see it's all going to be consistent. So if you guys liked this setup, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because I know a lot of you out there that are watching are not subscribed yet. But I think you should if you want to see more great content like this. So drop a comment down below. What would you like to see? Do you guys use similar tools on your TradingView? Would you like to see more TradingView videos? Let us know. So I use this on a daily basis that I show the live trading room in the options world at TradePro Academy. And they see these charts every single day and they see them getting used. So if you guys want tutorials on specific indicators that you see here, specific tools that are used, just let us know. Drop a comment down below and we'll take a look at those. So again, this is Victor from TradePro Academy, and if you guys are looking for a free community, hit up community.tradeproacademy.com and you guys can enter our free community there where you can interact with myself, George, Mark, Sarah, and others. We drop knowledge, we drop trade ideas on a daily basis there, and we help you guys out with any questions you may have. So come join us at our free chat, community.tradeproacademy.com, and we hope to see you guys there.